What's up, YouTube? Social Justice Water Pipe here. Got to make a quick little video here and keep you guys up to speed on what's going on with me in Plainfield. Haven't been there in a minute, and that's for two reasons. The last meeting I was at was in December. I wasn't able to make the meeting in the beginning of January, the organization meeting, because they had it on Friday, January 2nd at 3 o'clock, and I was working. I wasn't able to get to it. And in this organization meeting, they decided to completely attempt to ban me from attending these meetings or participating during public comments. Tapinto Plainfield wrote an article about this, and this video is going to you're gonna see the article. And what they're doing is they're saying that non-residents can't speak. They can't participate during public comments. This is completely illegal. And the residents who do speak can't sing, dance, or remain silent. Those are all three things I was doing at the last meeting. I sung a song, gave a little performance, kind of shook my hips for a moment, nothing crazy. And then at one moment, I stayed silent. And I said in my last video, and I want to share a clip before we get into this article. And if you guys have not seen the last video, I'm going to link it at the end. At the end of the video, I'll put it on the click screen and watch it if you haven't seen it. Pretty incredible stuff that's going on. But I want to share a clip from that meeting, and then we're going to go into the article. And then stay tuned, because next week we're gonna find out what exactly Plainfield winds up doing. Public participation, civic engagement is the heartbeat of democracy. So discourage public participation during public comments is beyond disgraceful, but this resolution is completely unconstitutional. How do you ban silence? If you have the freedom to speak, you have the freedom to stay silent. So, I mean, this is kind of wild, guys. I'm being personally targeted again by the same law firm. This is the same law firm in Edison. And this being personally targeted thing is like, this is nothing new. Some in New Jersey is now doing it this year by saying they want residents to speak first. I'm the only non-resident who's been consistently going to meetings, but they're trying to now go down that road. And that road is a dead end. It leads to nowhere good. These are liability issues for the city. So with that being said, I'm going to share a clip from the last video. If you haven't seen the video in full, watch it at the end. Hit the video on the click screen. And here's the article from Tapinto Plainfield. And with that being said, pay attention, because next week I will be back in Plainfield. All right?
At this exact second, I, Social Justice Water Pipe, experienced a sudden moment of enlightenment, like a brightly lit bulb with some audible static-like fuzz pertaining to all of these restricted speech issues in Plainfield.
Thank you.
I briefly conclude within 5 seconds of deeply explored self-reflection and thought that after these bad actors in government continue to attempt to stifle the First Amendment of myself and others, and that maybe the best approach would be to ignore them completely and not even speak much, and drive home the point of how they allow themselves to waste as much of the public's time as they deem necessary. Somehow I believe they'll figure out a way to stop my lack of speech just as much. They certainly couldn't give a damn about their repetitive non-compliances either.
Thank you, Council President.
Welcome to Social Justice Water Pipe.
At Friday's Plainfield City Council reorganization meeting, the governing body unanimously elected third-year Councilwoman Julianne Cherry to its presidency for the first time. In her introductory speech, she said her priorities would be transparency, affordability, and civility. Our council meetings are a place where we conduct the people's business. This is not a stage, said Cherry. This is where we conduct the people's business. Civility strengthens democracy. It allows us meaningful dialogue, find common ground, and move forward together for the greater good of our community. This is not a stage appears to refer to the recent tenor of council meetings, with December being perhaps the most unconventional. Shortly after her speech, one of the first resolutions passed by the 2026 Plainfield City Council seeks to limit the speech of public commenters. Resolution R004-26 notably seeks to limit general public comments, the late meeting comments unrelated to resolutions and ordinances, to residents of Plainfield, who must give their name and municipality. No speaker will be allowed to make any personally offensive, derogatory, or abusive remarks, or they will be removed by a police officer. The resolution reiterates that there is no back and forth between residents and council or the administration. Those who say anything deemed offensive will be barred from further commenting for the duration of the meeting. Public comments are for verbal speech and shall not include dancing, singing, pantomime, or any other form of silent speech during the public comments portion of a council meeting, wrote the resolution, in a part that seemingly most directly aimed at a commenter named Anonymous. Any person engaging in any other form of speech except sign language shall be deemed out of order and shall immediately, upon being notified by the council president, be disqualified from further participation in public comments during the remainder of the meeting. Since a September 29th emergency council meeting, a person who gives their name as Anonymous with no declared municipality of residence, though he has admitted he does not live in Plainfield, has come to 4 of the past 5 council meetings and has spoken at least once each time. Anonymous says he is the founder of an organization called Neutralization of Council Meeting Conduct, or NCMC. Anonymous records the meetings and appears to live stream some to his own channel. In addition to the meetings, he often records himself talking to city workers on the way to the pews of municipal court. Through 11 times at the microphone in 4 separate meetings, Anonymous has loudly clashed with Corporation Counsel David Mincello 3 times for calling him out of order. Besides chiming in on resolutions and ordinances, a common theme of his is the lack of a countdown clock alerting speakers when their time is up. He has also commented on the demeanor of council members. "I like you, Mr. Council President." "I like you," said Anonymous. "I have been all over this state to many meetings, and this is the energy that someone who runs a meeting is supposed to have. A very cool, calm demeanor. It's very appropriate for running a meeting. You are smiling. You are doing it again. It's good energy." In the same November meeting, he had words for Cherry. "Councilwoman Cherry, thank you so much for smiling to me when I was here. You are the only person who smiled at me and said hello. That's welcoming," said Anonymous. "That's how you are supposed to welcome people into a city. You don't make a distinction and separate yourself and then say that they are less than. Their opinion doesn't matter because of where they reside. And if I have to do it in a performative way that makes sense, I would rather have you hate me and make a point." This is not unique to Plainfield, as Cranford Town Council meetings, where Anonymous has also spoken, have had a duo in costume dancing and singing together during the council meeting. Municipalities struggle to balance the rights of residents and decorum. In Plainfield, Anonymous imitated the West Indian accent of another attendee before being called out, that time after the fact, by both Mincello and Mayor Adrian Mapp. The December 8th meeting escalated further, as he rapped a verse about the mayor and council's salary increases that had just passed. After the beat was playing, but before Anonymous started rapping, Council President Steve Hockaday said, "We are not going to allow that." But Anonymous continued, and it was allowed. Now, singing is banned. See the video below.
Okay, we got public comments already, huh?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Council President. You can start my clock. You can start the clock. I'm sure you already did.
What's he doing? What's he doing? Why are you playing with your phone?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get something going. I wasn't ready. I wanted to make sure we're on public comments.
You playing music? That's not public comment.
We're doing a song. This is called expression. You know what First Amendment expression is?
No.
We're doing a song.
No, we're not going to allow that.
Adrian Mapp with a stash in his lap. Council in the back making stacks on stacks. Raise the roof or raise the pay. Plainfield money on display. Adrian's pockets balloon like a blimp. From 85K to 115 pimp. Council sitting around talking about cheddar. Yo, 45K, we deserve way better. Now it's 40 grand for sitting in a chair. Plainfield budget, y'all better beware. Rubber stamp trees, they call it a plan. Counting their green with a gavel in hand. Matt's getting paid, watch the money parade. Council getting raises, call it lemonade. Sip, 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 while the cash flows deep. Plainfield dance to the salary beat. Maps getting paid, watch the money parade. Council getting raises, call it lemonade. Sip, 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 while the cash flows deep. Plainfield dance to the salary beat.
Yeah, this is what the First Amendment looks like and sounds like.
Adrian strolls with a mayoral grin, got the whole city saying, yo, that's a sin. Council votes A, it's a payday spree, 40 G's for us, that's democracy. Playground vibes, hopscotch with the cash, jump 2 squares, then dive in the stash. Budget jump rope, they twist and they spin, taxpayer pockets, where does it begin? Ring around the salary and pocket full of dreams. Council voted yes, now they're busting at the seams. Duck, duck, goose, everybody gets a slice. Plainfield pie, better roll that dice. Maps getting paid, watch the money parade. Council getting raises, call it lemonade. Sip, 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 while the cash flows deep. Plainfield dance to the salary beat. Ring around the salary and pocket full of dreams. Council voted yes, now they're busting at the seams. Duck, duck, goose, everybody gets a slice. Plainfield pie, better roll that dice. Maps getting paid, watch the money parade. Council getting raises, call it lemonade. Sip, 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 while the cash flows deep. Plainfield dance to the salary beat.
Thank you, Council President.
Earlier in that same meeting, where Anonymous spoke 5 times, totaling nearly 15 minutes, he had nothing more to say during his second time at the mic, and chose to remain silent for the final 54 seconds of his allowed 3-minute public comment. He used his time to look at the council and administration back and forth. This inspired another speaker to do the same. By and large, Steve Hockaday has remained hands-off with Anonymous, reminding him several times to keep it on the topic of the ordinance. With this resolution and her focus on civility in conducting the people's business, there may be a new approach with the new council president.
Oh, Maps getting paid, watch the money